Hey, can somebody?
All right, we're going to try something new. Don't freak out. We're going to start on time. Start with a quote that I heard today that I thought was really cool and relates to this business. Success and failure are on the same street. Success is just further down the street. Thought that was pretty good. Okay, recognition. Success Club. So these are the coaches that have hit Success Club 5 already. Danielle Rinaldo, Shannon Peace, Leah Hall, Jeff Leese, Andrea Wallace. With 6 points, Marilla Hurst, Tia DeBert, Danielle Ann, Kenny Kelly, Kelly Eskerbedge, Brooke Reed, Melissa Carter, Lori Collins, Mary Beth Darling, Tara Hansen, Melissa Klein, Laura Farmer, Alyssa Sardelli, Emily Bachlet, Michelle Phillips, and Amy Reelman. With 7 points, Michelle Harkin, Anne-Marie Vickers. With 8, myself, Deanna Vergadamo, Emily Kabaka, Erica Flax, Denise Brown, Tara Brenner, Francesca Calhoun, Marie Sardelli, Chris Bachlet, and with 9, Jennifer Alvarez. With 10, Emily Crushore, David Mastro Giacomo, and Allison Squires. With 11, Erica Ocampo, Ashley Feldenson, Kirsten Barnett, and with 41, Caroline Nathan. Damn. With the top 20 coaches as far as volume points for January 7th through the 13th. With 270 points, we got Erica Ocampo, Marie Barchash, Mike Tedesco, Stephanie DeSantis, Jill Wagner, Frank Jones, and Beth Reelman. With 285, we got Marie Sardelli, 300, Terry Bachlet, 303, Tyson Powell, 305, Nancy Nathan, 305, Leah Hall, 307, Joe Saiha. I got to learn how to pronounce these names. Sorry, guys. If I mispronounce your name, shoot me a message with how to pronounce it. 310, we got Ashley Feldenson, Anne-Marie Vickers at 315, Andrea Wallace at 329, Jeff Leese at 382, Pete Reelman at 390, Margaret Mackerer at 470, myself at 480, Caroline Nathan at 485, and Alyssa Sardelli at 590. And then last recognition, these are the coaches that have enrolled more than one coach as of January 14th. So we got Tara Hansen, Tara Brenner, Michelle Phillips, Mary Beth Darling, Jeff Leese, Andrea Wallace, and Amy Morgan, all with 2. And then we got Tyler Smith, Marie Sardelli, Kirsten Barnett, and Erica Flax, all with 3. And then we got Caroline Nathan with 27 coaches. Wow. How is Caroline Nathan doing this? Does anybody know? What's her secret? Amy, do you know? Can you talk to her?
Consistency.
A
lot of the people are people that she's been talking to for like 6 months. So they're people that have over time. She did a sneak peek with them. So I think a lot of it came down to just she's been talking to him a long time, and she had that golden egg opportunity. So she was opening up her second business center. And if you guys don't know, like, she's going to put her second business center under all of these people. So that was an incentive for them to get on because they'd be having one leg really built for them. But
didn't she also say that when they sign up for a challenge pack, she says, "Oh, are you going to, can you remind me, are you going to sign up for the preferred customer or as a preferred customer rate or the customer rate?" Or something like that. And then
do you want to sign up as a coach or a customer? The only difference is when you sign up as a coach, the second month you get a discount. And I can tell you how to get your shakes for free. Right. I don't know if she says that. I didn't talk to her about that, but
I'll ask her.
Cool. She made a video in the Boom Fam I think the biggest thing was just the consistency of it, and she works really hard.
She talks.
Yeah. Does anyone know what the team cup prizes are for February?
I saw a t-shirt.
How many points does a team need to get the t-shirt? And what kind of t-shirt is it?
A top 10 coaches, top 10 cup. Yeah.
So for those that don't know, Team Cup is something they do like kind of every quarter. It's just a month-long thing. You don't have to do anything different than you normally do. You just get on a team of 5 coaches, and then based on how many Success Club points you guys get as a team, you hit different prize tiers. I was wondering if anyone knew like what the prizes were and what like the tiers were. It's usually like if your team.
The first tier is a Shakeology insulated tumbler. Second one's a 22-minute Hard Corpse t-shirt or tank. And then the third one's a I love being a Beachbody coach throw blanket.
Nice. So how many points does it say you need for that first tier for the Shakeology insulated tumbler? I don't even know what an insulated tumbler is.
It looks pretty cool. It's like one of those ones that has the twist-on lid and the straw coming out of it.
Nice.
It's trying to load. I know the first one's 30 team points.
30 for the Shakeology tumbler?
Mm-hmm.
And then you probably have to hit Success Club yourself to earn it. So I think that's a pretty good goal. Like a team of 5, you guys all shoot to get 30 points. So everyone's shooting for 6 Success Club points. So that whole, the 3 lives club, you get 3 people committed to a challenge pack. And then the next tier, thanks Jakin, is 50. So that would be that your goal for your team is to each individually get 10 Success Club points. So hashtag 5 best friends. And then the third is 75. So if you're not on a team, like don't feel like you're not doing it because you feel like you're going to hurt the team. Like it's not like you have to do anything extra either. It's just a fun way to like stay consistent with what you're doing and kind of keep each other motivated and accountable. Just an extra little incentive. It's fun. And you get to like really meet some of the other coaches on the team, which is cool. So this week, we used to do this back in the day. We haven't done it in a while. Just kind of like an open forum for people to ask questions and kind of share what's working, what's not. And then you guys can jump in and kind of and answer each other's questions. Does anyone want to kick it off with like a question or anything that's been on their mind that's been working, that's not been working? We'll keep it really just kind of nonchalant, just like always.
I would like to share something really quick.
Yeah.
Well, I would say around like October, November, December, I was really struggling in my business trying to reach, I always try to reach, at least try to be around Success Club 10. So I was really struggling. And then I was following a lot of the posts that Amy and Annie Reelman were posting about the different ways that they were finding people on Facebook. So around, December, January, when these power hours have really started and friending the mutual friends and reaching out to people on Facebook, I really feel like that's been a game changer. It's not, any harder than what we were doing before, but it's really opening up the market for me to talk to people and help more people than really searching that cold market that I'm finding on Instagram, which still works. But I mean, I would put in so many hours just talking to people. I'm not saying don't do Instagram, but we're already on Facebook and there's a lot of great leads on there and a lot of great people that maybe you haven't tapped into before. So I would definitely do that. In my personally sponsored team and our group, we've been having a lot of success with that. And I feel like the coaches, sorry about all that in the background, but all my coaches are starting to really plug into that and are starting to really feel a lot more successful in this business because they're already working hard, but now they're starting to see it more, Success Club and things like that they hear about, but they didn't feel like they were achieving. So I would definitely plug into those power hours. And if you don't understand what they are, just reach out to your upline and, they've made a lot of videos and different things on them and definitely get on those because, that's what it's so much easier. Focusing on that and some of the trainings and then it's golden. So
yeah.
It's like, don't make it harder than it is. Cause I feel like I was doing that for a while. Like get on those, do that, focus on your challenge groups and it works.
Yeah, there's a file now in the Boom Fam and in the coach group. You can go to the file and there's a Google Doc that says like when all those live power hours are. So you just pick a time that works for you. You hop on a Zoom call like this. The person that's leading it's going to play some cool music, sometimes not so cool, depends on who's leading it. And then they just tell you like little 10-minute increments of what to do for 10 minutes. And it makes you really focus for 10 minutes on that task. And then you move on to the next task for 10 minutes and you're really focused. That I think is going to be a game changer, getting on those power hours as much as you guys can. And we're going to keep adding more and more options, more time options for you guys. So you guys can get on, maybe even one a day would be huge. I'm loving those things. And yeah, like Marie said, I noticed the same thing. Like I do spend a ton of time, like trying to make a couple quality connections every day, new connections through Instagram. But these power hours are like forcing me to look through my current friends on Facebook that I haven't talked to in a while. And I'm starting to like pick up those connections again, which is huge.
And then adding in, one more thing is adding in those interest groups. I've never really done that. And now that all that hard work and those posts I'm putting time into on Facebook are popping at the top of these people's news feeds that I'm connecting with, reaching out to throughout the power hours. So I feel like that's a vital, portion of that. So definitely check it out.
Yeah. So for anyone that doesn't know, an interest group, I think if you go to Amy,
I just posted it in the chat.
Oh, nice.
How to do Facebook invites and how the power of interest groups that I created. So
okay.
You can copy those links.
Nice. So yeah, Amy just shared in the chat. If you can't see the chat, if you're on your phone, you can just go to Amy Reelman's YouTube and just search for how to set up interest groups. So it's basically just a mini news feed. You can create your own news feed for just, a set amount of people, 10, 20. And then you can go and check that news feed every day just to see what those people are up to. Because probably at this point, let's face it, all of our regular news feeds are just all of us, right? So it's nice to have that interest group. So you have a news feed of like other people besides just beach bikers.
Yeah. And I do an interest group for like anyone in my downline, any prospects, anyone that's in a challenge group, and anyone that has done a sneak peek group. So you can do a lot of them.
Yeah. And then I do one for people that say not right now.
That would be like 180 million people.
Yeah. That would be everyone else.
Yeah.
That would be the entire news feed itself.
Yeah, that's a good point. So what do you guys do when you have someone that says not right now, for maybe just not the right timing or they don't have the money right now? What are your guys' methods for keeping track of those people and then reaching back out to them?
I usually will write their name down. So I have like a sneak peek right now. I've been doing the power hours. I've connected with a ton of new people, probably like 100 new people since January since doing these power hours. And now these are new leads that are starting to follow me. And I asked them all to be in my sneak peek. I introduced a coaching opportunity. I probably had like 20 in there, and I'd say probably 12 said not right now. And I guess I could seem discouraged, hearing no. But I put them in the interest group, and I just basically am starting to like build a relationship with them. So next month, I'm going to go back to them and, build that relationship, maybe ask them again. A lot of times, pretty much every single one of my coaches said no to me. And so you never know with those people. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, just my new people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first thing that I do if they say they don't have money, I ask them when they think they would have the money. And they'll usually say in a month or two, but I don't stop there. Then I ask them, like, what can they cut out now? I'll ask them, what do they have for breakfast now? What will they have for lunch now? And try to do a price comparison and then explain that they can make that money back anyway. It's not an added expense. It's something that they're spending their money on already as a meal.
Right. That's a great point. I don't think Sorry.
If anyone hasn't looked at the objections, like how to reply to objections about time, money, pretty much any objection you have, we have a document with like about the time objection, So I usually, instead of just saying, oh, okay, like, thanks so much, I will, if they say time, I sort of go back with like, oh, I understand. I used to work a full-time job, but I found that it was easy to sort of do this like here and there, after I got home from work or whatever on your own schedule. So I definitely will go back at the person with like some of my own personal experiences.
Right. How about ideas for like what you guys are posting on social media? That's something we're starting to really talk about, like posting with a purpose. If you guys
can I actually make an announcement about that? I don't know if you guys saw in the Boom Fam, but I'm hosting a 2-week intensive group on Facebook Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 days, Saturday, Sunday. It'll be 6 posts and they'll be 2 hours apart from each other. I got it from another coach, and it's just like how to post well, and like each post is about like different things like Shakeology, coaching. So if you can't get on live, obviously, like I'm going to keep the group open, but if you can get on live and plug in for those 2 days, at least for a part of it, that'd be awesome. I posted the link in the Boom Fam if anyone missed it.
So say that again. It's Saturday and Sunday, and it's going to be in a private group. Yep.
I already created the group. We already have like 135 people from Team Boom in there already. So all the content isn't mine. It's another coach's, Alexis Whalen. She was on our team call in December. So she put this together, I think, with another coach. So they're just 6 different topics, I guess, each day. And it's just like how to be better about posting on social media. So it'll just give you like, it's like she called it a workshop, and if you can get on live, that's better, obviously, but I'm going to keep it open regardless.
Awesome.
Amy, how long are you going to keep it open for? I might have missed that.
I said Tuesday because I was being strict, but we'll see.
Because I might be driving on Saturday, so I won't be like able to. Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, that's fine. I'll leave it open for however long people want to go in there, but yeah.
Thanks.
Cool. Can we get like a sneak peek of like what the post might be about? Like the different topics of like what you're posting usually on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah. Give me a minute. Ask someone another question and then I'll find it.
I had a question. How often do you guys post on social media? I know that like every coach can, they're the boss of their own business, so they can kind of do it the way they want. But I'm just curious, like how you guys do it. Like I try to post once a day, at like 6 p.m. usually Eastern time. How about some of you guys, the rest of you guys?
I'll go.
Comment in the thread. So, that Murray did.
Well, I can go.
Yeah, go for it.
I typically will at least once a day, but I'm trying to up it. I mean, they always say 3 times a day, but when you're short on time and content, that's really hard to do. So I stick to Amy's suggested posts for daily.
What are Amy's suggested posts, just for everyone?
Either Sunday or Monday, posting about the business twice a month. Maybe a motivational Monday, some sort of transformation Tuesday. And I like to mix that one up, and that it doesn't have to be just physical transformations. It could be just a mentality transformation or something like that. Wednesday, typically Shakeology. Thursday, I'm forgetting the ones towards the end of the week.
What do you post about Shakeology, like typically? Like a recipe or?
Sometimes a recipe. And I don't like always do these. Sometimes it's just a picture of Lucy because she gets the most likes. But Shakeology, it's either a recipe or an interesting fact about the ingredients that I learned, or just something that popped up. But I loved the National Wake Up Call this week with Bonnie Engel. I thought she's like on fire. You can just tell in the way she talks. She's just crushing it.
Yeah.
But I really liked her posting with purpose suggestions, and the 4 things that she said to do and reflect on, and that she posts a lot about the business opportunity itself. But for anybody who didn't get what those were, those posting with purpose and about the business, it was reflecting on your previous week and any objections that you had, how you can answer for those for other people who just happen to be watching you. So answer those objections through a post publicly. And then the second one was to share your fears that you had as about becoming a Beachbody coach, which is a really good one, and address those, because everybody has so many reasons that they think they won't be able to do this. So if you can satisfy those concerns ahead of time, you've already taken some of the hurdles out of your own way. The third one was share your favorite parts about the Beachbody business. And lastly, share your successes from the previous week. So I plan on incorporating those into my posts more. Yeah, so definitely upping it to twice a week or 3 times a week, and just making it more showing your brand. But then one of the posts a day being sticking with either product, Shakeology, or workout, or business.
Love it. That's great. I've been watching a lot of her YouTube videos, Bonnie Engel.
I introduced you to her over a year ago, and you didn't even like her. I was like, this girl is going to be big. And she was only a 2-star coach. And I met her at the New Leader Conference, and you're like, her voice is annoying.
I mean, what she's doing works, but her voice is kind of annoying sometimes. But hey, can't argue with success, I guess. There's definitely some things that she does that I would never want to do. But there's some really good nuggets every time I listen to her talk that I take something away from.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like how she made that YouTube video of her like singing, "Do you want to build a business?" I'm going to incorporate that into my business somehow with my
preview.
You like cheesy things.
I do. What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with cheesy stuff, Amy, were you going to, you said you needed a second and then you're going to get back to us on what to expect on Saturday and Sunday in that little Facebook group?
Yeah. So I'll just give you a sneak peek of one of them. So different things to post outside of just Beachbody. So you don't want to just be a Beachbody billboard, but different things like acts of kindness around the world. So something that's not affected would be seriously, I am so over terrible drivers. This world is full of careless people. This day cannot end. I'm so over it. And the feedback on this post would be we all experience traffic, frustrating, but this is not uplifting. And if someone is feeling positive, this is a big turnoff. What value does this post add? Nothing. And then it just gives examples of a good post. So talking about acts of witnessing an active or random act of kindness, and how that the feedback that makes someone who reads it feel on Facebook, seeing the sunny side of things. So having a kind of how Caroline does why are you smiling? So instead of just complaining about something, share the positive in the outcome. So these are just some of this was just one of the examples. So different things outside of Beachbody. No one wants to go to your page and only see Beachbody. And I think Bonnie actually does a really good job of that. A lot of hers revolve around Beachbody, but she has a very good spin that it's not Shakeology, 21-day fix, and that type of thing. So different things. That was just one example.
Yeah, that's great.
But it gives actual feedback examples, and then sometimes there's links to actual posts that had a lot of engagement that reached over 100 comments from people. So ways to ask questions, that type of stuff.
Cool. So all coaches have to do is just join that group that you're doing, and then just check it out. They can check it out live on Saturday and Sunday at a certain time that you're going to do it, or they can just check it out whenever they get a chance, even if it's next week.
Yeah, I mean, you can check it out whenever, but I just decided to do it on the weekend since most people don't work on the weekend. So if you wanted to get in a good full weekend of Beachbody, I'm going to be posting them 6 times a day, about 2 hours apart. So, and for the West Coasters, I kept you in mind. So I'm starting at 11 a.m. Eastern if you want to do it live.
Cool. 11 a.m. Eastern every 2 hours until
9.
Till 9 at night.
Yeah.
Sounds like you
Basically,
have
I won't have a life this weekend.
Yeah, sounds like you have a nice weekend lined up.
Yeah.
Sweet. Anyone else have anything to share about posting with a purpose? I really like that part about not making your Facebook a complete highlight reel, and that you do want to be real and share things you struggle with, but at the end of the post, kind of share about how you're planning on getting through that or how you've seen other people get through that instead of just vomiting negativity and complaining. You know what I mean?
One thing I noticed that really helps is telling a story when you're posting. Like I used to just post to post just to get my 3 posts every day and then a bunch of hashtags or something real short. Now I'm actually, telling how this post relates to my life, and I've been getting much better responses that way and much more engagement, especially through my like page where you can track all of that.
Yeah. Sharing a story is always huge.
I just wanted to share one more tip. I heard somebody said like about time too, like if you're pressed for time. I do a morning post about like a workout, every morning, and then I do a couple paragraphs about it. So I try to write, even though I work out every morning, I pre-write those on Sunday. So I have time to sit down, they're meaningful posts, they're what I'm going through, what I'm struggling, or highlights. And then those posts are already done, even though I'm still working out, because if you're following some coaches, like I don't know what you guys do, but when I wake up in the morning, I don't sit there then for 20, 30 minutes and then write out how I'm feeling. Like if it's going to be a quality post, like I try to organize those beforehand. I don't know, maybe that's wrong, but.
No, that's great. It's nice to like maybe on a Sunday sit down and draft 3, 5, maybe even 7 posts so you have all your.
Or make like 5 shakes up.
Really?
And like a bunch of ingredients. Because I work full time and I have 2 kids, so
I thought that was a joke. You make 5 Shakeologies on like.
Well, I'll make like different ones, then I'll scoop the topping off, and then I'll put like different stuff on them. I'm like, this one's good, and then I like put this one like on a table or outside, and I'm like, hey, but they're like different. It's like different outfits.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I thought you were making like 5 different ones. You're talking.
No, they're kind of like
for photos.
Oh, for the photos. Gotcha.
They're photo ops.
Gotcha.
Oh, this is another thing that Bonnie said, not to like talk all about Bonnie, but she recycles a lot of her posts, she said. So like, and I do that too, actually. So like if I had a good post like 6 months ago and maybe it was about the coaching opportunity, I'll just do a different picture and like maybe tweak the post to fit where I am right now, but it's like the same content. So if you had a good post before, like doesn't mean you can't use it again and just tweak it a tiny bit.
I use my Facebook page a lot more now, and on my Facebook page, you can schedule your posts right through Facebook. So if something gets really good quality engagement today, I go ahead and automatically schedule it for 6 months out because I know it's going to be a totally different audience, and that has worked wonders because then I already have like 6 months in advance planned out at least 1 post a day. It's good stuff.
Yeah, awesome.
Is that for your like page?
Yeah, that's for her like page.
Gotcha.
Cool. Anyone have any posts that they've posted recently that got really good interaction? Yeah, cool idea.
Eggs and avocado together and oil, and then you put it on your hair. And it got like 40 likes, 3,000 views. So sometimes it's like the weirdest videos or, mostly the things that like aren't Beachbody related that get the most likes.
Yeah.
I did a video on how to put a duvet cover on your blanket, and it got a ton of likes and shares. So yeah, like us moms, we have to stick together and share the tips online.
I had this today, just non-Beachbody, what's going on in my everyday life. I'm talking about when did a B- become such a horrible grade after a conversation I had with a student. And that was pulling, all kinds of engagement from like people I haven't even talked to who are like, oh, I've gotten a B-, or, and it's opened them up and it, shared a little bit of their own story. And I was so surprised because that was one of those, like, I'm having a vent moment. And it became a really great interaction piece today.
Yeah. That's cool.
Or like for moms, like I post a lot of stuff like our kids over medicated because I have a moms group. So I'll do stuff like our kids over medicated. Like, do you think breastfeeding is like the best? Like, well, I'm going to promote bottle feeding, things like that. What do you think? Or things like that. And people, like you said, like come out of the woodwork, just random stuff.
Yeah.
I did a teaching page. I did a post about like where all my teachers at, and had like 1 million people like come out of the woodwork that I didn't even know were teachers. And then I was able to like take them and put them into like a page that I run called the Faculty Lounge. And it's just like teacher memes and like funny things about like your day and like weird things that kids write. And you're like, what is that? But it was a really great way to get people interacting and then put them in another group and then like kind of contain them. So yeah, that was fun.
I like that name, the Teacher Lounge.
The Faculty Lounge.
Oh, the Faculty Lounge. I like that.
Ooh. You're a teacher. Jump in. Yay.
Anybody else have any cool post ideas? I liked Michelle.
I found that people want to share their opinions. So like at least once a week, I'll just ask a simple question like iPhone or Android or something like that. And you'll get people like, holy crap, I didn't even know you saw my stuff anymore, answering. And sometimes it's just those simple questions like that. People just want to chime in.
Yeah, that's true. I was just going to say, I remember Michelle posted like 2 different photos for her elite picture and asked like which one people liked better, and they helped her pick the one that she went with and got a ton of interaction. People like to give their opinion, and it's kind of cool to see who has been watching that hasn't like commented or liked anything in a while.
Yeah, I posted, it was like 4 pictures and I got over almost 500 likes on Facebook, which never happens. And like 60 comments, and I tagged the photographer in that post and she messaged me and was like, holy shit, I've never had so much like interaction on a picture I took or whatever. And that was crazy, just asking somebody what picture they liked better. So opinions are definitely like, I need to start doing that more with like outfits. Like I see a lot of coaches posting like, oh, I'm going to dinner this Friday night. Should I wear this or this? And they get so many comments from, women and men that want to give their opinion on an outfit. So just stuff like that.
You should try that trip. I think that would be a good one for you. Anybody else have any cool post ideas?
Today, when I was subbing, I took a picture like holding up my coffee cup, and because I knew that my cafe latte Shakeology was coming in the mail, so I kind of was like getting people excited about my review on it for when it was coming in. And then like I was like, stay tuned for my taste test later on. And then tonight I posted when I came home and had it, and I like put it in a coffee mug and said like, why wait for breakfast? Like I had it for dinner, and I said how good it was, which it really is. I'm really excited about it. And I had like 3 people private message me asking if I had samples. And so I think, and I was so mad because I ordered the box that has like the chocolate vanilla and the cafe latte because I wasn't sure if I would like it. So I think I'm going to do a post now talking about that. Like I'm kicking myself for not having bought like the box, and like let me know if you're interested, and then like maybe post something about the money back guarantee if people are interested. So
yeah. Those packets, handing those out or shipping those to people so they can try them has been big in the past. Anybody else have any cool ideas?
I posted a blooper of one of my videos and me looking like a retard, and everybody liked that one because I forgot what a green pepper was. And I must have had like 40 to 50 likes on it. And I was just making a video for my clean eating group on meal prepping. So I figured I would post it, and everyone liked making fun of me.
It's good.
I was just going to say I shared yesterday a picture that I've shared tons of times before. It was like a transformation picture, but I shared it with Bonnie Ingles, idea of sharing it with an objection that you get, you keep hearing. And this week I keep hearing like people complaining about like autoimmune disorder. So I shared my story with that. And I got so many private messages and different people that have seen it, but they didn't see it like, a year ago when I posted. So reuse those posts because you're always adding friends and they'll get lots of comments every time.
Anybody else?
If you're looking for a Shakeology post on Instagram, follow Shakeology on there, and they're actually doing a giveaway right now every week. So they're giving away like $350 Shakeology package, and then they're choosing a $2,500 winner in like 3 weeks. So follow Shakeology on Instagram and do that. I usually never do giveaways, but I end up winning the Hammer and Chisel in one of their giveaways. So I got like Hammer and Chisel for free, all the performance line plus $250. So not a lot of people enter those contests, I don't think.
Yeah. And now, like when you search hashtags on Instagram, it shows you the top posts. So like the posts with those hashtags that had the most likes. So if you search Shakeology, you'll see some really good posts where it shows the top posts. And same with if you search 21 Day Fix hashtag or any of those kind of hashtags, they're like, obviously they're top posts because they're pretty good. You can kind of see what people are posting and get an idea from them. That's what I do sometimes.
If you go to if you go to yourcafelatte.com, they're giving away $2,500.
Nice. Cool. Any other post ideas?
Yeah, I did a post a little more personal. I have a hearing condition where I'm losing my hearing slowly. It's called otosclerosis. And I know I listened to Bonnie Engel, and, she was saying, don't be weird, be you, and, to kind of just share your story and what's going on. So I did a post on, my story, what happened, how long I've been dealing with it. And, through Beachbody, recently last week, I was able to buy my hearing aids, and they cost $2,000 each. So of course, it was with the help of my husband as well. But, I'm working through Beachbody and I work for myself, and I got, I believe, 100 likes in one group. I got, I think, 150 in another. I got probably 70, 80 comments on each one. Just some people reaching out to me saying, oh, my God, I didn't know that. Because a lot of times you look at people, especially people that are in shape, and you think they're perfect and, their life is just, start sunshine and giggles. But, we all have issues that we go through. So it just kind of helps break down those barriers. And same thing from people I didn't even know were watching, people I hadn't seen or talked to, had never liked any of my posts, never said anything. I have been commenting and, doing all kind of things on their posts, but never any return on that investment. So it just felt good to see that people were actually, listening to what I had to say. And I got quite a few direct messages. I got quite a few people reach out to me, saying you're such an inspiration. I can't wait to get into one of your challenge groups. So, just being yourself and telling people what's going on in your life, I think helps a lot. And that was something that was really, hard for me to share because I was embarrassed about it at first. But, people embracing me with it, it made it a lot easier to feel that you can talk to people about what's going on in your life.
That's excellent advice. Who is this speaking, by the way? Angela. Thank you for sharing.
Angela Brumfield.
Awesome. Thank you. That was really good. And congrats on affording the hearing aid. That's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Those are like definitely things to be sharing with people for sure. That's awesome. Anybody else have anything?
I have like two kind of things. I'm in nursing school and I work at a hospital. So I work with a lot of nurses who are like super busy. So another nurse and I, who I just got on board as a challenger, we're going to start like our own little private Facebook group just for the nurses, because we've seen and heard a lot of interest from the other girls that we work with that they just are not they're not ready to commit yet. So we feel like if we put them in this private group with us and, share our meals and our results and our weekly pictures and things like that, maybe they'll get on board. I mean, we've got a few bites for sure. And then another thing also, I'm 18 months post-baby, so trying to lose baby weight is horrible. I'm in a mom's group and a private mom's group on Facebook, and a lot of them have recently kind of just been complaining about how to lose the baby weight. And so I've kind of been sneaking in the 21 Day Fix challenge group stuff. And I actually have two people who want to order in February. So it's always good to kind of look for the new moms because we're always ready to lose weight post baby. So I don't know. That was just something.
That's awesome. Cool. That's great. Thanks for sharing that. So let's shift gears a little bit to just like finding and connecting with people. So if you guys have anything you guys have questions on about trying to find new people, quality connections, and how to start a conversation with them, feel free to ask those. If anyone wants to share any tips on how they find people or how they start a conversation with someone, feel free to share that too. I'm all about Instagress.com. I use that 24/7, 365, and I'm checking my Instagram all the time, and I'm getting new followers each day and new people liking my photos I've never seen because of Instagress. So that's kind of probably where I get 90% of the people that I'm interacting with, new connections. And then I go and, be more interested than interesting. Go to their page and look to see, is this someone I want to connect with? And then if it is, like a few of their photos that catch my eye, and then comment on a photo or private message them and let them know what I like about their page or about that particular photo, and then just ask them a question about themselves. So that's kind of probably about 90%. And then the other 10% comes from just searching hashtags on my own and connecting with people that way on Instagram. And then also some people, I'll do the suggested friends on Facebook. I've been searching a lot of suggested friends in my local town because you can really filter that now, which is cool. And then some of the surrounding towns to try to start to build a little bit of like a local team too. Anybody else have anything they want to ask about that or tips they want to share about finding new people and connecting, how they start a conversation? I think that's a tough thing for coaches is like they don't know how to start that conversation.
Well, basically what I do is I just go to their page and then I find things about them. So if they've posted, some things about their dog, or recently, like they went to a wedding, they have a really cute dress on or something, I'll say, for example, like, hey, Gina, it's been a while. Just wanted to reach out to you. Looks like you had an awesome time this weekend. What are you up to these days? And then we just start talking, and then they say, well, what am I up to? And then I say, well, I'm running these awesome challenge groups right now. I don't really mention anything about the 21-day fix or anything like that. I form them. I go through form. And then after we talk a while, because I'm excited about my message, I hold off on that. And then I pretty much tell them what I'm doing later and then see if they want to join me. So sometimes if you don't know what to say, that's awesome, because sometimes you just have to hunt for what to say and then just kind of come up with ideas, or maybe write their name down and think about it a little longer until you feel comfortable.
Yeah. And sometimes if I don't know what to say to someone, then I'm just like, this isn't someone I really should be connecting with. If it's someone that like I really have things in common with, and it's someone I really do want to connect with, then something will pop to mind, because something caught my eye. Otherwise, I just kind of move on, because you don't want to just be inviting anyone just to invite. You want to invite people that you have something in common with. So it should be kind of a natural thing. And you'll get better at it, Once you do find a few people that you have cool connections with, you get excited to go and find new people that you have other things in common with, and you look forward to those new connections, and it becomes fun.
I don't know if anybody else has caught on to this yet, but Orange Theory Fitness is like super trendy, and it's blowing up all over the place right now. And they have like kind of the same vibe that we have as far as like tribe and like positive thinkers, forward thinkers, stuff like that. These people are super easy to talk to. They're super friendly. They reach right back out to you. I don't usually throw out the Beachbody thing like right away. Of course, I start a conversation with them. I find out a little bit about Orange Theory from them and what they like about it. And then I kind of go from there, explain what I do and how the two can marry together. And I've definitely got a few fence sitters right now, but I feel like those are the people that are going to reach back out to me in a few months and are going to say, hey, look, I've been watching you. You're right. We're on the same page. So definitely, if you have those people in your area, friend them on Facebook. Once you friend one of them, like 500,000 of them just keep popping up in your suggested friends. And Reve and I were even talking about, there's one right down the road when she gets here to like go get jobs as coaches, because we could pull customers through people coming in there and connect with other coaches that work there. So I would definitely look into the Orange Theory Fitness thing. Like, if obviously not everybody's going to go work there, but to at least like pull people from.
Yeah. Yeah, I would think that those people definitely are people that you have things in common with. How does that Orange Theory? It's like you go there and it's like a competition, right? Like you wear a heart rate monitor and you got to see who can like burn the most calories or something like that. It's like a group fitness.
Yeah, it's like group fitness. Like the person wears a microphone, but it's like rowing and like treadmill. Like you said, it's competition, but you're being coached through what you're doing instead of like turbo kick or Les Mills programs where you're like, it's more like choreographed cardio. This is like an actual coached workout.
Nice.
And it's better form than like say CrossFit or something. It's more focused, a little bit more intense, stuff like that.
I like that idea a lot. I have people in my 21-day challenge groups that, they do their own routine. Like they might be doing CrossFit or Orange Theory, and they still get in my 21-day challenges for that group support and are drinking Shakeology, but they're not doing the 21-day fixed workouts, But it works just as well.
I've been mixing that up a little bit too, Pat. I have people that are in my group right now in January, and they were like, oh, well, I just bought a package of bar classes or whatever it might be. And I'm like, no problem. I'm like, whatever. If you're a runner, don't do cardio day and run on that day. So I make it seem like it's totally doable, which it is. It's totally doable, but it's just more approachable and people are more comfortable with the idea instead of it just being the program.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if someone, I wouldn't even be hesitant to like put someone in my 21-day challenge that isn't doing a Beachbody workout or drinking Shakeology. They already have their own routine, but they would just want to be a part of some kind of a support system. And they might just fall in love with that aspect of it and want to give that to other people and then fall in love with some of the Beachbody products after that and the coaching opportunity. So
right now, so I started out with just like my close friends and some family, and then they added their friends, and they weren't necessarily doing Beachbody, but as we've gone through the 21-day fixed challenge group, the ones that weren't doing it are now saying, I want to do that now, or I want to order Shakeology. So it's actually been really helpful for me to do that and just give them that opportunity.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah, because I think what we do is so unique as far as the accountability part that a lot of invites that I've been doing recently have actually been in person that have been going full through. And as soon as I start saying like, I'm going to be checking in with you every day, like if that's what they want, they get really excited about that. And I feel like those are the people that we want to attract. So if that's what they're missing from their personal trainer or, being motivated to go to the gym, having that extra, kind of accountability has been really like kind of a hook for me lately.
Yeah. And that's like what we do as coaches, we're like the glue to everything, whether it's a Beachbody program and Shakeology or something completely different. We're the glue that gets people to actually like stick to that routine, and maybe that there's someone that has never tried any Beachbody programs, but they get into a 21-day challenge and they just love like what we do as coaches and they want to do that for others. And so the coaching opportunity is like something they might take a good look at. So definitely don't, it's okay to let people into your 21-day challenges and your challenge groups that aren't buying challenge packs. Even if they have like a burnt set of DVDs or maybe they're doing CrossFit or something, just get them in there and give them a kick-ass experience and see where it goes from there.
Something that I did just to throw out an idea, I did a 5-day free group. And after the 5 days, I checked in with everyone and I was just like, hey, I know you didn't post much, but like, did you like the recipes? And I got some really good stimulating conversations after that. And then it kind of led into, oh yeah, you remember when I invited you to my, my 21-day group? I've got another one coming up. So it was that was also like an easy kind of transition from a free group to a challenge group. And I got one person who bought the DVD workouts from Amazon to get Shakeology with me. So I find that as like a win.
Cool. What did you post in the 5-day free group?
Oh gosh, it was my first free group, and I think I went a little bit overboard, but basically what I did was I planned out 5 dinners 3 lunches and 3 breakfasts. And I gave, like, food's my thing. So that's kind of like my brand. I feel like that's what I mainly share. So I started with, I think it was Saturday. Saturday, I gave out a meal plan, like a shopping list of everything that people are going to need for the next 5 days. But that's all I gave them. So it was their responsibility to go shopping. And then Sunday night was my first post, and I gave them the recipes for Monday. And so then every night I would give them the recipes for the next day. So that kept them coming back. And then every night I would be sending out recipes and then putting in a post like, Monday, what'd you make? How did it look? If you didn't make anything from the plan, what did you make? And just kind of sharing pictures and stuff like that. But it was a lot of work. So, but I don't know. It was my first time. I got excited.
Oh, that sounds cool. Anyone else that's done a free 5-day challenge group that's worked really well, and then had some of those people decide they want to kind of like upgrade to a 21-day challenge group? Just curious what you guys, like how you guys ran the 5-day challenge, what you posted in there. Lauren?
I feel like I have done a bunch, and at first people were like, very active in the group, and then it would be like crickets. And then as soon as I would run another one, those same people would jump back into the free group. And it's been like 4 months of those same people jumping into the free groups, and to the point where I was like, hey, you're like pretty much running the group. I absolutely love when you join for free. Have you ever considered like consistently doing this, like for a full 21 days rather than just 5 days every month? And so this group that I'm running right now, I have like 4 of the girls who were in the free group in the challenge group. So I'm slowly pulling them in. But they did 4 free eating challenges with me before they became challengers.
That's good. Cool. So now they're doing the 21-day challenge, and they got the 21-day fix challenge pack.
Yeah. And I've got like two ladies that are like absolutely obsessed with Shakeology and are now thinking becoming coaches because they don't want to like lose the Shakeology. So drawing them in with clean eating and then keeping them with Shakeology.
Oh, that's great. You're building trust and credibility with them in those free 5-day challenges.
Yeah.
And building relationships with them. It's great. It's a great idea.
I don't know how many people do this, but I'm just throw this out there. Before, like during my prep week for when I do challenge groups, I actually schedule, like I'll put a post, kind of how Amy does the voting posts. I do a post for voting on when everybody would like to jump on a call before the 21 days start, and I record it. And then I just basically have like an open forum of like mix between me just running through everything and what they're going to expect and like answering any questions. And then once that's done, I take the recording and I put it up on the page so that if anybody missed the call, they can watch it. And I try to keep it like within like 30, 40 minutes. But the group that joined the call found it like super helpful. And I feel like everybody going into the challenge group knew what to expect and what I expected of them.
Yeah, that's great. Anyone else have anything to share on connecting with new people, creating quality connections with new people, free groups, anything like that? Any questions about that stuff?
I have a question.
Yeah.
On Instagram, is anyone having problems when they're trying to connect with girls that are doing like Tone It Up or the Kayla It Scenes workouts? Because it seems like as soon as I send them any sort of message and we can make like, I'll form a little bit, we can make a connection. But as soon as they find out I'm a Beachbody coach, that is it.
I think they're like their own squad, like they're their own tribe. And so I feel like us trying to like impose, they're like, whoa, I already have a group.
Yeah. 90% of my coaches from 2015 were Tone It Up or BBG Girls.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Bringing up
Amy converted me. I have no idea how that happened. No, they're a tough group that crack.
And you're a Tone It Up girl.
I was, yeah, I am. I still. So is Sarah. Sarah's a Tone It Up girl. too.
Sarah, Francesca, Brittany was a BBG girl.
So it's really, I mean, they're a really great group of people who would be really great coaches. I still on Instagram post updates on that, and I get really great feedback on, you know, people that have been following me, you know, for years, but converting them, it's a little hard. I had one girl actually purchase just the portion fix part of 21 Day Fix from me because she liked the whole, like, I'm a tone up girl, so she wanted to support that. But it's a really hard nut to crack because they are very brand loyal. And one of the big things about it, and the reason why I got started with it and I liked it, is they put a lot of their workouts on, they're up for free. So what they're getting in terms of like revenue is meal plan, nutrition plan, and their accessories, which anytime anything new goes up on the website, everyone like freaks out. But yeah, it's hard. I don't know. Amy got me with a Shakeology trial week.
I basically say to them, like, when I'm talking to them, I'm like, oh, I honestly do think the Toned Up community is really cool and that it's a good group of girls. Some of them are diehard and you're never going to change that. But what I say is, like, I'm like, oh, it's awesome. Like, I think the Toned Up workouts are really great. The meal plan's very similar to 21 Day Fix. It's so cool. It's just too bad that they don't give you the opportunity to turn your passion into a career like Beachbody does. And like, you can still do your Toned Up workouts and be a part of that community as well. But when you incorporate Beachbody, you're actually able to use that, your passion, and turn it into something that, like, and I was like, isn't that the point of life, to like turn your passion into a career? Like, Toned Up isn't giving you that opportunity. And then they're like, oh yeah. And some of them won't, but that's what I say.
Up girl, and the only reason why I switched is because Caroline actually knew my husband from a past life, but they are like really snarky to me when I try to help them out. But
yeah, some of them are kind of crazy.
I kind of gave up on the Burn This app too, because I was actually getting really negative feedback when I was reaching out to people on that. And I know Beachbody just bought that app, so now I'm like really curious about what is going to happen with that, or if it's just going to be another platform of all Beachbody coaches. But you know, first I thought it was great. I was getting some great feedback and everything, and then all of a sudden, anytime I reached out to anybody, I was getting such bad mojo that I just couldn't do it anymore.
I would just be careful though, because a lot of the Toned Up girls do, like, a lot of Beachbody coaches do reach out to them, and one of them added me to a Toned Up group, so I do see a lot of the stuff they post in there. So be very authentic when you're talking with them.
And always.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, definitely don't like jump right into anything. You really have to build that relationship regardless. But
yeah. Anybody else have any tips or questions on finding, connecting? Nada.
I think it was a great call, though. I feel like there were so many great, I like that everybody got a chance to talk. That was awesome.
Yeah. We can do this open forum thing more often. I like it too. It's great. All right. I guess we'll wrap it up there. Everyone, thanks for taking the time to get on here. I think Amy is doing, there's a power hour, a live power hour for anyone that wants to put in an hour of work right after this at 9 o'clock. Do you want to share the link in the chat real quick, Amy, so people can copy that before we close
yeah,
out?
let me grab it. Does anyone have it? If they can get it to faster than I can, you can put it up. I'm trying to find it. Oh, right here.
I already put it up, Amy.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
Got it? All right. So I'm going to close out of this, but you guys can just copy that if you guys want to hop on. That's it. Ooh. Oh, we're still here. All right, boom on 3, and then I'm gonna hop on that power hour because I gotta get some messaging done. All right, ready? Oh, sorry, I'll unmute you guys. All right, guys, boom on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Hey, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Ragnar. And